Lala, owner of Semi Fashion Beauty Boutique, gave me the perfect natural flawless glow beat. And when I say beat, she really beat my face and gave me this natural glow that I was looking for this particular photo shoot. And anytime you're building your brand, it's always good to have positive, kind-hearted people around you that are ambitious and ready to work just as much as you are. And this was an amazing experience. I walked out the door happy and pleased with her services. And listen to what I had to say about my post photo shoot experience. With a mature photographer, someone that is very skilled, someone can tell me what to do, how to move. Because keep in mind, I am not a model. Disclaimer, I am not a model. This was just a photo shoot for my brand, for my website. A lot of people have been asking, what is it that you do? What is your brand? Well, my name is Dominique Frost, and Defrost Boss is my brand because that's who I am. And what my job is as a life coach and as a branding coach would be to help businesses and help people understand who they are and understanding that your brand is your lifestyle. I have a BA in marketing, and I'm working on my master's in journalism and strategic media, which also gives me the credentials to be a strategic manager, for a strategic media manager. So there are specific titles that I have. Some people may say, "Oh, she's a publicist." Some people may say she's a branding strategist or a marketing consultant. Well, I'm all of that. I'm all of that under one umbrella. And just to be very specific in what it is that I do, I have a lot of different services that I provide. I provide consulting. I provide branding tips. I also do event coordinating, if that comes with the job as well. If you look at my resume, I've worked with Lester Hudson. I've worked with several politicians in the area with fundraising events. I've also done a number of other outside events that actually help people with their brand. And your brand is essentially what you put out, what people see you as. Excuse me. But that's what your brand is. Now, what you do behind closed doors is one thing, but what you put out is another thing. So essentially, your brand is your lifestyle. So you waking up in the morning, to you going to the gym, to if you're a fitness coach, if you're a teacher, if you're an academic advisor, what you do every day is essentially your brand, because that's what you're putting out to the universe. And that's going to be the type of energy that you bring back in. Well, I thought it was cool to actually give you 2 branding tips. And the first branding tip as a branding consultant and marketing consultant would be for you to make sure that you have all your social medias the same. For example, my name is Dominique Frost. All my social media accounts, from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all of that, all of them are Defrost Boss, solely because it's easier for me to be found by my close friends, by business partners, anyone that I'm interested in doing business with. They can actually go onto my page and say, this is what she does. Maybe I could hire her, or maybe I should do business with her. Maybe I could partner with her on a different project. So it's basically, for me, it's easier to be found. And the worst thing you could do in business is to make it hard to be found by other people that want to do business with you. And even if, you don't want to showcase your life, this message is not for you. This message is for someone who is very serious about showcasing what they do and what their brand is. So if that's what you're trying to do, if that's what your focus is, make sure that all your social medias are the same. And if you can't get them the same, try to make sure that all of them are similar and you're easy to be found via social media. That's tip number 1. Going into tip number 2. And tip number 2 would just be for you to keep positive people around you. Now, for me, I have a lot of advisors. Now there are different kind of advisors that you could have. And An advisor doesn't necessarily have to be a business advisor. It could just be a very close friend that you have that looks out for your best interests. Someone that's going to tell you when you're right, someone that's going to tell you when you're wrong, and someone that's going to be very authentically real. Like, they're going to be so real with you to where they're going to love you even at your ugliest moments, and they're going to tell you that this right here is not working or this right here is working. And you need someone that's very authentic and someone that's very real around you, that's for your best interest at all times. So going into the next portion of this video, we're going to discuss what a real friend is. And I want you to follow me on the rest of my journey in becoming and branding myself, because what other way to showcase my talents of being a brand strategist, publicist, marketing consultant if I can't market myself the right way? So stay tuned and check out the rest of this video. Yeah, so I decided to stop by Sephora. One of my favorite places to stop by. Is really a therapy session for me when I walk into Sephora. I got this huge bag. Look at my bag, full of beauty products that I needed, and to prepare for girls' night with my girlfriend Tiffany. And I. And if anyone knows, when you have a girlfriend that's married and with kids, and I'm the single friend, it's hard for us to even have time to kick it, or for us to even see one another, kick one another, because she has totally different agendas. She has so much going on, and single girls and married women are two separate lifestyles. Honestly, it is. Single women and married women have two separate lifestyles. And you remember when I said that you should have some advisors in your life, it doesn't have to be a business advisor, it could be a personal advisor. Well, Tiffany is my personal advisor. She's a good friend of mine, and stay tuned to hear what she had to say about friendship and what friendship really means to her.
I love our friendship. I mean, we've been together, 5 years now?
Yeah.
And we don't even have to talk every day, and we just pick right back up where we left off. The bond cannot be broken. I don't even think we ever fallen out. And then, people be saying dumb shit like, if you ain't never fell out with your friend and y'all ain't real friends. What? That's stupid. Like, I ain't never fell out with my mama, and she my real mama. People say the dumbest shit ever. But yeah, the friendship where you don't have to constantly talk every day and you don't have to be all extra, you just pick back up, that's the real friendship. Mm-hmm. Or like if you pick up the phone like, hey Tiffany, I need XYZ, and vice versa, like we would be there for each other. That's when it really matters.
So I thought it would be kind of biased for me just to get Tiffany's input on what a real friend was, because she's my friend. So I decided to ask this random guy. He's been a sales rep for almost 20 plus years. He said he was 59 years old. And here's what he had to say about friendship.
Yeah. If a friend came to you today and asked you to borrow money and you had it, would you tell your friend to leave and come back tomorrow? Or would you say, okay, here, if that's your friend, right? Mm-hmm. Friendship means a lot. They said blood is thicker than mud. That's not always true. You can have a friend that can be closer to you than your brother. Mm-hmm. Friendship means a lot. Friendship means a lot. It does.
Boss is beautiful means that you don't necessarily have to know who you are right away. The beautiful thing about being boss is beautiful is having positive people around you that can help you adjust your character, tell you when you're wrong, tell you when you're right. And that's what a true friend is. You're not going to always like what they say. You're not going to always agree with them. But the fact that they love you, even in your ugliest moments, that's a true friend. And hopefully you took something from today and learned from it, and hopefully you took some of my branding tips on social media and you can jot that down. But overall, make sure you subscribe to defrostboss.com and be sure to comment below what you thought about this segment and what you think a real friend is.